Can you start the recording?
Okay.
Great. So good morning, good afternoon, everyone. And thanks for joining us today. My name is Ruby Golo, and I'm the Acting Executive Director for Global Chamber in Accra, Ghana. Good to see you all join us today for our first monthly meet for 2024. For those joining us for the very first time, Global Chamber supports cross-border trade through warm introductions. We are the only chamber of commerce located in about 195 countries and operating from 525 metros across the world. Membership is open to all, and if you want to know more, I'll be happy to explain how you can join the global tribe after this section. Our doors are always open to help you grow your business, both locally and internationally. So please do not hesitate to reach out to us with your specific business plans and objectives. Today, we will be diving into social media and AI tools so you can be well equipped to take your business to new levels. We are also blessed to have Samuel Boatin Osei, who is an expert in that space, to share his knowledge and experience with us. But before I ask Samuel to take the floor, I see a lot of chamber members from all over the world, but I would like to be a bit biased today, if you can allow me. I would like to call on one of our new member based in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, in the person of Israel of Zaya Veterinary Center Company Limited. If you are in the audience, please take the floor and introduce yourself. Is Israel there? No? Okay, I don't think he's joined us. So I think we can kickstart. So Samuel, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, take the floor.
Okay. Yes, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever we find ourselves. Please, can you see me? Can everyone see me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, then we can start. All right, so welcome once again to this platform. I was actually enjoying the conversation before we started. Yeah. Anyway, so this is gonna be a 30-minute presentation. I promise I won't go beyond that. And the main thing is that if you have any question, you can just drop it in the chat, but we will address every question after the presentation. Or if you can keep it in mind and after the presentation, you bring it up, it will also be great. All right, so we're gonna touch on unleash the power of social media and AI for business and career transformation. But before we start, this is a short icebreaker. You type your first name in the comment section and add the social media platform you're very active on as your last name. So for example, my name is Samuel Boatin Osei, but I'm very active on LinkedIn. So my name becomes Samuel LinkedIn. That means I need to type Samuel LinkedIn in the comment section as I'm doing now. So you just type your first name and then the social media handle you're very active on. Okay, I can see Mary Facebook. Oh, Jacob LinkedIn. Wow. Nice names. That means LinkedIn is winning so far. I'm still waiting in the chat section. Sarah LinkedIn. Okay, I see Sarah LinkedIn too. Wow. That's good. I see Moses LinkedIn. Moner LinkedIn. Oh wow. How come LinkedIn is winning? I'm not seeing any other platform anyway. Okay, Victoria LinkedIn. All right, let's give a virtual clap for LinkedIn. It seems we are all on LinkedIn, except one Facebook that I've seen. Most of us are very active on LinkedIn, so you can just drop a virtual Yeah, I see Larry LinkedIn too. Yeah, let's give it up to LinkedIn. LinkedIn as one actually. And it's not surprising because there's a business platform. Mike, I see Mike too. Mike, you didn't add the social media handle. Okay. All right. So this is just a brief information about Samuel Boatinose. Who is Samuel Boatinose? I'm a content creator with 5 years experience, and I have AI expertise too. I manage high-level social media accounts for several organizations like ABA Innovation Studio, for Capacity Now, Cropslist, Mount Mineral Water, AgUnity. So AgUnity is into agric, and Capacity Now is more like recruitment for offshore in US. And then ABA is a tech company, so it cuts across. I handle social media across. I'm also an expert in the social media analytics and reporting. Yeah, I am an expert in that part, and also a freelance social media content creator for individuals and several organizations. I'm very active on social media. I have over 9,000 on LinkedIn. You can check me out. I have 10K plus, 10,000 on TikTok, and then 4,000 on Instagram and Facebook. I have 30,000 plus. I'm also a HubSpot certified social media marketer and SEO certified person. So this is just some brief information about these are some of my certifications. I have a lot of them, some from Coursera, some from HubSpot and different other organizations. I'm a certified SEO personnel, as I said. I also have certificates in digital advertisement and content creation and a whole lot. So this is just a brief information about Samuel Boatinose. Okay, then we can kick off. So these are some of the pages I also handle on social media. On LinkedIn, I handle AgUnity, ABA Innovation Studio, and Cropslist, ABA App, and others. And also on Instagram, there are some kind of companies I also handle, like Mount Water, Capacity Now, and then Supreme Atlas Limited. I just need to give you a fair idea about who Samuel Boatinose is and what I do. All right, so let's jump straight to the outline for today. Today, we're going to talk about 2 top social media trends in 2024, which we have to look out to. And then we talk about social media, we talk about AI, artificial intelligence. Then we look at some of the AI tools for content creation, and then understanding data analytics, and how do we transform our businesses and then our career using social media and AI. Are we together? Can anyone still hear me?
Loud
You
and
can
clear.
scroll by that's great. And can you prompt me if I'm going too fast? But I'll try and work within time. So these are the top 2 social media trends for 2024 you need to pay attention to. The first thing is short form video is still the king. What does this mean? It means that no matter what kind of the product or your services you provide, you need to have a short form video with it. Because according to Wizo's video marketing statistics, it shows that 96% of people have watched an explainer video to learn more about a product or a service before they either buy or purchase your product or your service. So that means without doing a video, a short form video to explain your product or your service, people won't even have an idea about what your product or service is about. And also, 88% of people have been convinced to buy a product or a service by watching a brand's video. 78% said they have been convinced to buy or download a piece of software by watching a video. 90% have used it. So what this means is that no matter the product and service that we provide, we need to inculcate a short video as part. So if it is a service that you provide, there can be a short video, maybe some 60 seconds video explaining why the solution or your service will solve the customer's pain point, because people really want to know why they should buy your products or your service. So if there's a video to explain how it solves their pain point, I'm going to fall in for that. I'm sure they've seen your posts, your pictures, and they've seen the content a while, but a video is what will make them relate more to the kind of product and the service that you're providing. The next thing is TikTok and Instagram is more like the new search engine for Gen Z people. Gen Z are people born within 1998. I mean, those within 25, 26, 27, 28. And I think they are lost in the system now. So if I am operating a business within with my target audience as people, young people, I need to leverage on TikTok and then Instagram. Why am I saying so? According to the senior vice president of the Google's Knowledge and Information Organization, it says they had a study and it says 40% of young people, when they are even looking for a place for lunch, they don't go to Google Maps again. They just jump to TikTok or Instagram. What does this mean? If I have a business in the food industry, I need to go straight to TikTok and Instagram as my focus social media platform first before I can consider other social media platforms. And also, according to another study, about 60% of US Gen Z shoppers, they use a platform to discover new brands and products. At the right side, I have a screenshot. This is my personal TikTok account. I went to one restaurant in Ghana here. Most of the times I do reviews about restaurants and hotels in Ghana. And I posted about Build Restaurant some few months ago. I had over 322,000 people viewing it with so many likes and engagement. Can you kindly Kodro?
Quadro, can you please mute your mic?
Okay, that's great. Thank you, Jacob. Can you hear me now? Can everyone hear me?
Yes, 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 sir.
Okay, all right. Yeah, thank you so much, Jacob. I've seen your comments in the comment section here. Yes, so what this means is that I do have other posts I actually post on TikTok, but people don't engage with it. But whenever I post about food and I review places, I have a lot of people all over the world going in for it. So what we can learn from this is we need to leverage on TikTok and Instagram, especially when we are working within the food industry or any kind of business that works directly with Gen Z, because Gen Z people are very active on Instagram and TikTok. Okay, so let's move straight to social media. Basically, social media is I know everyone knows about social media, so let me just briefly talk about it. According to these statistics by the Global Social Media Statistics, Global Social Media, they're saying that 4.95 billion people are active on social media across, and this is representing 61.4% of the global population. And trust me, this number is expected to grow over 5 billion by 2025. And I even believe that it will even go beyond the 5 billion. Right? That by end of this year, 2024, we have a lot of people jumping onto the social media platform. Let's look at the statistics. Facebook has 2.91 billion monthly active users. YouTube has over 2.56 billion active users. WhatsApp has 2 billion active users. And Instagram also has its own. Yeah, Africa represents the next opportunity. Sure, definitely. There's so much opportunities for Africans now. And LinkedIn had about 500 million active users, but as at now, it has 830 million active users. So that means the number keeps increasing. And if you are offering a business or you want to build a career and you're on Facebook, it means that you have 2.91 active users, and there's the population is even more than several countries even combined, or even more than some states combined, and is that very huge. What does this mean? At the right side, there's this analytics I dropped. I posted on LinkedIn, and then I checked my 14 days engagement, like engagement for 2 weeks, and I had 30,000 impressions. And when we go back to LinkedIn, the active followers, active monthly users, which is 830 million, meaning my post was even less than 1%. And even let's say it is been, even though it has been less than 1%, I was able to reach out to 30,000 people within a period of 14 days. And that's amazing. Who knows? Through the 30,000 people, you can get one particular customer or a client that will bring you the gig that will change your whole life. So we shouldn't underestimate the power of social media. That is a new trend. We need to jump onto it. There's been so many eras in the past 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, but now it's social media. And looking at these figures, we have to actually take charge of it. Now over to you. What do you think is the power of social media? What do you think? You can just drop it in the chat briefly, or you can unmute or raise your hand. Let me see if I can see. You can raise your hand if you want to speak, then you unmute. Okay, Mary says influence buying decisions. Yes, that's super great. One of the powers of social media. I'll talk more about that, but it actually helps to influence decisions. People tend to, as I shared previously on TikTok, people tend to see what you're doing, they understand how it will help them, and then they come and buy yours among other competitors. Okay, I can see brand building from CitySac. Yes, CitySac. Yes, the power of social media is for brand building. You can either build a brand or you can destroy your brand. Yes, either you win or you lose. So basically, you can also use social media for brand building, connecting with the younger generations. Relevance, yes. Social media has the power to help us to connect with the younger generation, especially when we are working within space that we need the younger generations to actually help us with. All right, so I have some 5 points here. Thank you so much for the engagement and then the comments. I really appreciate that. I mean, it means you are following. So the power of social media, one, it connects you to, okay, I see Moses to connecting businesses and keeping them informed. Yeah, that's actually my first point. It connects you with a global audience. Trust me. I get this kind of feedback and I'm amazed. Even just recently, I had a DM, someone in India. She saw my post about social media engagement and optimization, how to optimize your LinkedIn, and then she's ready to pay for my services. I'm like, wow, I'm in Ghana. In fact, in a small place in Ghana, but through social media, I've been able to get clients in India, which is even outside Africa. So social media connects you with a very big audience, a global audience. And when you check the figures, we have over billions of people who are active on social media. So we shouldn't underestimate the power of social media. And also it builds brand awareness and reputation. You can use social media to build your brand. As simple as that. I remember last year, around August, when I became very active on LinkedIn, I had about 2,000 followers. But once I became very active, I was posting consistently and engaging. As of now, I have about 9,000 followers with so many gigs and so many people paying for my services. So in a period of about 6 months, if you are very consistent, to be able to build a very solid brand and reputation. But mind you, social media can also tarnish your reputation. If there is you have a business and then a client comes to say something bad about it, it can also go viral. So once we are looking at the positive side, we need to be also conscious about the negative side. But the good news is that you can actually build your brand and your reputation with social media, and you can also drive websites and leads. This is I have a particular example to share about this. One of the companies, organizations I'm handling their account capacity now with their SEO. Yeah, okay, I've seen the question here. Okay, I'll check it later. With the SEO, when you go on Google and you type capacity now, they were not even there. They were not even part of the first 100 or 200. But through social media, with constant posting and checking out SEO, I was able to drive the SEO and the traffic, and people started getting to capacity in our website. And as at now, we are on the first. When you type capacity now, you see the company ranked first with so many opportunities coming up. So there's another power of social media that you can also leverage. It also fosters customer engagement and loyalty, and then it provides valuable market insights. We will talk much about the data analytics there for us to understand it more. All right, so this is some analytics I did for a year, over 365 days. The impression was 349,000 plus. What does this mean? That means within a period of 365 days, the number of impressions and people that have seen my post, they're over 300,000. And trust me, out of this 300,000, you will definitely get to a client or a customer that might change your life. Even if we are getting just a small fraction of this amount of people taking advantage of it, is going to help us. So I just want to encourage all of us that we shouldn't underestimate the power of social media. Social media has so much opportunities for us. Now let's jump straight to artificial intelligence. When we say AI is more like a simulation of human intelligence. And it can be used across medical parts or technology or the social media space. We can use it. When you look at the medical diagnosis, people are using AI to even do operations and a whole lot to even diagnose patients. So once you let AI know your history, AI is able to let you know that, okay, this is what is really worrying you, or this is the problem, or this is the kind of lab you need to do. And it is so amazing that AI can even be used in the medical sector. And now we have this self-driving cars, Tesla, it uses AI purposely, and this car can drive you to wherever you want to go. That's the power of AI. It can be used as virtual assistants for detection. They are utilizing AI in the banking sector now to detect fraud. And this is so amazing. And even though it's a new technology that is coming up, it's being used in some countries. And then we have the image recognition, the content creation, chatbots. Now you just go to a website and then you have question, you just type it there. They have chatbots which is operated by AI. There are no humans behind it. Any question that you want, they can just help you with it. So this is what AI is doing. And I want us to look at 10 ways to use AI tools to boost our productivity. There are so many of them, but let's look at the 10 ways. And after that, I'm going to ask a question about if anyone is using any of this in their personal or their business life. So we can use AI as a personal assistant. So you can just tell AI to give me, hello, AI, hi, give me 10 team building activities I can use for my team today or anytime. And AI is going to give you these ideas free of charge. You can also use it to summarize the content. You have some research paper. You can't go through by yourself. AI can help you summarize it, looking at the specific thing that you want. It can also help you to answer questions and then give you tips on where to create a plan. Yes, you can actually use AI to give you a plan. It's either maybe a social media plan or maybe a plan for your personal life. For example, create a project plan for launching a new product, but you have to be very specific with the product. So create a project plan for launching a new app on technology or an app addressing farmers' needs on maybe marketing or anything. AI is going to help you with it. And then the 8th one, to create content. You can actually use AI to create content, as simple as that. You can just tell AI, write to me, craft content for a plan for maybe a month on code sales, for example, code sale email for this particular product. AI is going to help you with that. And it's also used to optimize content and also as a writing assistant. Now, over to you. Which of these ways have you tried personally in your personal life or in your business endeavor, or your career? You can drop it in the chat for me to see whether you've used AI for ideation, whether you've used AI to create a plan, anything that's you've used. Okay, I see Mary 1450. Oh wow, that's so amazing. You're an AI guru. You've used AI for as a personal assistant, 4 tips on your work, 5 to create a plan, ideas. Oh wow, that's super amazing. Any other person? Then we move on. Oh, Jacob, wow. Oh, that's great. That's great. Okay, I see Okay, Mona, 3 and 4 to answer questions, to give tips of work. Nearly all global chambers seen you. 8 and 10, Gloria. 8 is for content, 10 as a writing assistant. That's super great. Moses used AI to understand product specification, bandwidth in AI, guys. Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I understand that. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, Sarah 2 is 2 to 6. Summarizing ideation. That's fine. That means we are actually using AI ourselves. We can clap for ourselves. All right, so this is the power of AI, artificial intelligence. It's used to automate repetitive tasks. So tasks that you do every day, you can just use AI to do it. For example, the chatbot. People come to your website and ask, what is your product? How does it solve this issue? I want to know much about your product. You don't employ someone to sit down to be answering all these kind of questions. They can just use chatbot, and chatbot can be doing, it can answer these questions to 10,000s of people without even getting tired because it's a machine. It's also used to analyze data and identify trends. We talk much about that. Also for personalized content, generate ad campaigns, customer support. So the customer support is also equivalent to the chatbot and the service, the kind of support you give to your customers even after purchase. We can use AI to drive that. All right, so let's look at some of the AI tools for content creation. There are millions of them, but these are some few ones that I dropped here. ChatGPT, Google Bard, Xpenny. Google Bard is now Gemini, yeah. And Perplexity, we have Kwame AI, Jasper, and all other stuff. Which of them are you using? Maybe if it's not here, you can just drop it in the chats and then we can see. So, but this is just a few of them. A few of them. There are so many of them in the system. But you can drop in the chats the ones that you are using, or whether you've used any of them that you see here. But personally, I like the Gemini and then the ChatGPT more. Okay, I see Mary, ChatGPT, Bing. Okay, Ruby, ChatGPT. Yeah, everybody knows ChatGPT. Yeah, Monero, ChatGPT. That's great. All right, so let's talk briefly about ChatGPT. ChatGPT is more like it's a state-of-the-art language model. We call it LLM. Yeah, developed by OpenAI. So the full meaning is generative pre-trained transformer. Yeah, so that's the GPT. And then we have two versions. We have the 3.5 and then we have the 4.0. Yeah, the 4.0 is more the advanced part, which you have to pay about, I think, $20 every month and stuff. So the key features, as we see here, there is more like, let me talk much about the knowledge base. So the knowledge base, ChatGPT is more like a library. Yeah. So a library has a whole lot of books, from romantic books to a comic to adventure. But when you go to the library, you choose the kind of book that you want to read. Before you even get there, you know that you're going to read an adventure book. So you go there, you move straight to where the adventure books are located, and then you grab the specific one that you want. ChatGPT is more like a library. So the prompts will help you narrow the kind of search that you want. So when I go to ChatGPT, I tell ChatGPT, give me information about maybe a man, something general. ChatGPT can give you a general stuff. But when you're very specific about more information about the president of US or the president of Ghana, ChatGPT will be able to also give you that. And the Google Bard or the Noun Gemini is also the same thing, just like the ChatGPT. The LLM I said, large learning language model, and these are some of the examples that you can use Google Bard for, whether to write a poem, a list of ideas, translate, answer questions about specific ideas. Okay, so now let's jump straight to social media and AI. This is actually the most powerful combination I've ever seen. All right. So social media helps provide the data. You post for a month, you post for a week, 2 weeks, you get the data, and then AI helps you analyze the data and generate insight. So this insight is used to inform future social media strategies, and the strategies will help you get new results or better results. So that is why once we know the essence of social media, we should also factor AI, which has also come to stay, and then we combine the two of them. Then we're going to see the difference. All right, so let's move straight to the data analytics. Are we together? I hope you're following. Okay, yeah, I see Ruby. Okay, that's great. How do you understand data analytics? I think I have some few more slides to finish off. I want to be within my time frame. Data analytics is more like, I mean, in layman terms, I have posted for some time, and I need to know which of my posts resonated with my audience, which of my posts fared well, which of my posts didn't do well. Get to understand the science behind the feedback from my audience, and it also helped me know what my audience are actually looking for. So basically, that's what data analytics in the social media context is about. So on LinkedIn, you can actually get this information. When you go to LinkedIn, you go to the impressions. After going to the impression, we have a part called the analytics. So with analytics, you have a fair idea about, you get to choose whether for a week, whether for 2 weeks, a month, 90 days, and then for a year, 365 days. The amazing thing is that you can actually export it. So when you export it, and this is the exporting, when you see it this way, you just click on it and it will export, and it will come as an Excel sheet here. And amazingly, when you check that down, you can see engagements, top posts, followers, demographics. And I don't really want to bore you much with the analytics, but you can see your impressions and your engagements, basically. So you get to know that on the 1st December 2025, my post had the highest impressions. You go back and check your post and you realize that you spoke about, you gave a story about your product, and your audience resonated more. Why? Because the story was very emotional and they could actually appreciate it or resonate more with their emotions. That is why they engage more with the post. And through that post, maybe you had one client buying your products or your services. So the data analytics help you know which of your posts is working and which didn't work. You get to also know the post with the lowest impression. And you also know how you're going to factor things in the next post. So this for Instagram. Instagram too has the same thing. And Facebook too also has the same thing that you can also use to get your analytics on point. All right. So once you have your data ready, we want to use, you can use ChatGPT or any of the AI tools to actually analyze the data. So this is an example, a very brief example that I crafted from one Celestine Yamel. This is a case study. So the prompt was from, give me the post URL of the posts with the most significant follower increases. Also include the dates, the number of impressions, and the engagement. I want it in a table format, please. So this version is more of the ChatGPT 4.0. It will be able to give you your top posts. So as you can see here, the first post had 226,000 impressions. So it will prompt you and give you the fair idea about, okay, this post really did well, this post didn't do well, this post had the highest engagement, as I spoke to you about. And amazingly, you can even get to know the day your post, among the day, maybe Monday to Friday or Saturday or Sunday, which of the days had the highest engagement, which of them had the lowest engagements. So you can just drop the prompt that, what is the average amount of engagement throughout the week? Show me the information in the graph. And this is it. You can use any of the AI tools, to get this kind of information. And this will inform you that on Wednesdays, my audience are ever ready waiting for me. On Sundays, I'm not supposed to actually post because none of them are available. Very few of them are available. And this also gives you much information. All right, so we want to look out for how this can be used to transform your business. And then we look out for the careers too. One, it can increase your brand awareness and reach. This is self-explanatory. Once I'm able to understand the analytics, I'm able to get the information from AI, it will increase and boost my awareness. And I will get to know the kind of content and the kind of posts to even share. It will also help you generate leads and sales. improve customer engagement and loyalty, which we've already spoken about, and make data-driven decisions. Most of us here are CEOs and business owners, and most of the times you can't add the social media bits to your work. So you actually employ people to do that. So the social media manager comes back to you after a month and tells you that this is the data I have from AI with our post for the month. And as a CEO, as the managing director, you analyze the data with AI. You get to know that, okay, then going forward, these are the kind of posts we're going to do. Going forward, we won't post videos again. It was some of the feedback from the audience would mean that they don't really want the video, they want the picture with the carousel. It will also help you get to know what really resonates much with them. And through that, you're able to make data-driven decisions that will also help your business and your growth too. Aside the business, we can also build your career. Some of us here are building a career here. You can get to know, showcase your skills. Yeah, Jacob has seen your point. Excellent point. That's good. You can get to showcase your skills and expertise, especially with LinkedIn. And I'm happy most of us are on LinkedIn here, and you can also find new opportunities based on the feedback you can also get from AI. And then the last part I want to talk about is stay up to date with industry trends. Yeah, so as we get to know the data and then the information from AI, you can also get to know the up-to-date trends. Okay, so this is the last but 2 slides. We are almost done. This is more like a motivation for all of us here. I mentioned previously that last year, I guess, that was when I became very active on LinkedIn again, even though I had the account. And I had about 3,000 followers, exactly 3,000 followers there. And then right after some few months, as of today, I have about 9,000 plus. So in a period of about 6 months, consistently delivering values. The consistency is very important because you need to be very consistent for your followers and your audience and your customers and your clients to know you are so much serious about your branding and everything. I was able to increase about 6,000 extra followers. It's not really about the followers or the numbers, but it's about the kind of impact and the kind of the feedback you get from your people and then your clients. All right, so this is more of the recap. We spoke about 2 top trends in 2024, social media and AI, and how we merge the two. We talked about some of the AI tools briefly, and then the data analytics and how it can be used to transform our business and our career. Thank you very much, and I'm done with my slides, even though I rushed through it.
Thank you, Samuel. That was amazing. The floor is open. I think earlier on I saw a question from Gloria. I don't know if you catch that. Otherwise, I will look for it and read it. Unless, Gloria, would you want to ask directly, or we should just read it out?
Okay, you can hear me?
Yes,
Yeah,
go ahead.
All right. Okay. I use LinkedIn a lot, and sometimes I will stay steady with just the daily posts. I'm trying to think of what that word is that I used in my head. But anyway, and other times I will go over to just doing blogs. But I noticed that when I do a blog, which is like an article on LinkedIn, I get very little traffic. So I'm not even sure they're that really viable or useful anymore. Kind of like your take on that. But the daily feeds, yes, I do get a lot of traction there when I use just the daily feeds.
Okay, so it depends on how you are known on LinkedIn. Yeah, so that's the first thing. I have people who post. For me personally, I used to post blogs on Wednesdays, and then the feedback was very great, and I stopped posting the blogs for some time. So once people get to know that you post blogs every day or maybe weekly, they get to know that, okay, this is what you do. And I will say that you need to check the data analytics more. So you compare your posts of the normal post, the normal feed, and then the blog, and you see the impressions. If your target audience, they don't really buy into the blogs, then that means you need to stop it. Maybe they prefer the feed over the blog. Because someone can also say that when the person posts more blog, they get more traction. So it depends on the individual, depends on your audience. check out the data analytics and understand what your audience really prefer more. Thank you.
But the other part of my question, there's just one more part to it, is what is the frequency that you recommend? One feed a day, several feeds a day? I mean, can you get to the point where you irritate people with your feeds?
Ideally, you need to post minimum of 3 times in a week. 3 times a week. Maximum, you can actually post every day. But usually, I recommend that you don't post every day. Personally, I post 6 times in a week, Monday to Saturday. I don't post on a Sunday. But you can also do that. And it's, as I said, it's also based on the analytics. Because I used to post Monday to Sunday, but I realized that the Sundays impressions were very low. So I stopped posting on Sundays and I stick to the Monday to the Saturday. But with the blogs, you can't post blogs every day. Blogs are posted once a week. That is the recommendation. Other than that, you just be boring people with it and they will not read it again. So if you want to post articles and blogs, it is highly recommended that you post it once in a week. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, we have a question from Mary Lynch. Would I be able to create a grant proposal with AI?
Yes, you'll be able to create a grant proposal with AI. I have tried it before and it's worked, but it's about the prompt. So before you give AI that prompt to create a grant proposal, you need to feed AI with the specific information that you need. And it should be very specific, especially to the kind of grant that you are looking for. And AI can help you. But mind you, AI won't give you everything. You still have to use your ideas to, rephrase some of the things, because some of the words from AI are very repetitive and someone can even know. Yeah. Christopher says he does grant proposals. Yeah, yes, I've tried it before and I got a grant. But basically, you just have to know how to do the prompting, which is more important.
Okay, Moses, we want to hear your voice. Would you want to ask your question?
Sorry, I have to unmute. Good day, everyone. I don't know which side of the world you're on, but I'm based out of Michigan in the US. Thanks for the opportunity, Ruby. My question essentially is, AI and a lot of this new technology sometimes does not take into account a lot of the constraints, whether they're IP regulations, whether they're ITAR regulations. How do you cope with that? Because you just talked about getting a grant, and that probably might infringe on some IP or might actually plagiarize some document. How do you cope with that? Because to me, that's one of the key gray areas that I'm struggling with. Is how do I make sure that what I'm actually picking up from AI or from whatever ChatGPT or all these other automated tools is not going to put me in hot water? That's my question.
Okay. That is actually the other side of AI, which the disadvantages of AI. But usually, what I tell people is paraphrase and rephrasing. So, for example, if I'm writing a proposal, I can't cut and paste from AI. No, it's not even ethical. So usually get the ideas from AI. You write it yourself for AI to rephrase it for you. That's fine. Rather than you cutting and pasting straight from AI. Yes, because this plagiarism checker and now we even have tools that even check. I wrote statement of purpose for one of the graduate schools in the US, and then they actually prompted us that they have the tool that can check the percentage of AI content. And once you bring your SOP, statement of purpose, they pass it through the tool. And if it's more than, the human part, that means they're going to disqualify you. So once that we are using AI, even though it is good, we need to. So thanks for prompting us on that. We need to check on that. Let's try and add our creativity, human creativity, and then let's use AI for the paraphrase more, especially when we are working on a grant, proposals, school, and stuff. Yeah.
Thank you, Samuel. Jacob, I know you're you're out there and AI is something you are passionate about. Would you want to add a few words?
Yeah, no, I just have been so impressed with Samuel and the advice that he's giving. I think that, you know, approaching it as you know, always thinking about being responsible with AI usage and you know, how I use you know, like ChatGPT is exactly like Samuel said, is like early I make sure to load up with the information that I want it to use and analyze and capture, so it doesn't go out and go on a magical mystery tour around the internet. And it's really, you know, how I look at AI is sort of like I'm its teacher, and it teaches me as well. But you know, it puts out what you put in. It really is about the prompt design, and so be creative, be imaginative, and use that space to test your big ideas. Like Samuel made some great points. Like it's not the end all be all tool, but it can be that nudge, and it can be that uh, you know, really activator and thing to sort of push you on, where you can start to add in the rest of those necessary details, uh, to even everything out. But no, Samuel, great presentation.
Okay,
Great.
thank
Thank
you.
you, Ruby.
Thanks for your input. Do we have any more questions? Feel free to raise your hand or unmute and ask your questions. I'll put them
Okay,
in
so
the chat.
I see a question from Mary in the chat. Do you have a preferred social media scheduler too? And I see the answer from City Sak. Yes. So the Hootsuite is good. That's what I actually use for the scheduling. And another question from Mary, what kind of prompts would I write into AI to identify trends for my target audience ideas? Well, I didn't actually want to bore all of us
Oh, it's
with
better.
much
It's not hurting as
into the
much.
AI.
Definitely better.
Mary said?
Yeah, you know, every so often you know, let me know it's there.
Okay, so you can actually connect with me. Let's connect on LinkedIn, then we talk more about the prompting and the AI stuff. Yeah, that would be great.
Brilliant.
And also, I see Gloria here make recommendations on using LinkedIn and Facebook groups. Personally, I don't use any groups. Yeah, personally, I don't use. So I don't really know much about it. Yeah, I don't know much about the groupings.
I think there's another question from Moses.
Yeah, okay. I see Moses. I'm passionate about breaking down technology into the masses. How do you see AI integrating school curriculums? Yes. I mean, I think that's what we should be looking at, how we can bring AI into the school curriculum. But the danger is that even in Ghana, even in the University of Ghana, Legon, it has been reported that students are using AI for assignments. And that one is also bad because it's going to limit the human creativity. Yes. So I'm thinking about how we can discuss this thing ourselves. I'm thinking about how we can inculcate AI into the system without affecting the human creativity. How do you do that? I'm actually I want to know more. I think your hand is up. City Sack. If yeah, you can talk. You can meet and talk. Yeah.
Okay, hello everyone. All right, I'm from Flagcom Global from Thailand. I would like to ask you about how we can promote our content. For example, I have experience on Facebook. Once I post like organic posts on Facebook page, and we try to promote that content. I try to share to the relevant group that so have the impact for other people can see and share each other. But on LinkedIn, I would like to know how we can promote like that. Yeah.
You're talking about promoting on LinkedIn.
Yes. Once we have the created content on the LinkedIn, so how we can promote like organic promoting, not advertising.
Oh, without using the paid adverts. You want the organic one?
Yes, like a tactic for promoting.
Okay. So if I understood your question, you want to post on LinkedIn and you have organic reach like to more people.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. So you use hashtag. Basically, I talk about hashtags. Hashtags, they work more on, from my personal experience, they work more on Instagram, TikTok. But when it come on LinkedIn, it doesn't really work, but it still has a part to play with the hashtag. So looking at the kind of message that you are cutting across, you can even use AI to help you generate hashtags. Yeah, sometimes I use the bar to pair my post. I give it to Google Bard or Gemini, and then it gives me some kind of hashtags that I can use. So it also help you do that. But the other thing that people don't know is about engagement. On LinkedIn, before you post, you need to engage for a period of 15 to 30 minutes. So if I want to post at 8 a.m. GMT, 7:30, I need to engage on other people's accounts for 15 to 30 minutes. And once I do that, after I post, I drop my post at 8 GMT, I still need to engage for another 15 to 30 minutes. That's how the algorithm works on LinkedIn. So once you do that, before you engage, it brings people around your page. And after you post, surprisingly, the people you've engaged their post, they will come back to you and come and like and engage. And once you finish posting too, you are still engaging on other people's accounts. And the other people's accounts can be it can be top creators, it can even be competitors. Yeah, it can be some of your clients, it can be general people. And then it's a surprise. If you like, you can try this method for a period of a week and you see the difference in the impressions and engagements.
Oh,
Okay,
what
thank
an
you so much,
amazing-
Survey.
Yeah. Yeah, welcome.
Okay. Thank you. I think we have about 6 minutes to the top of the hour. Do we have any more questions? If not, the start of the meeting,
Yeah.
I did mention that we have a new member based in Dar es Salaam in Tanzania, Israel. I don't know if you are in the room. Would like to give you a few minutes to introduce yourself.
Hello.
Are you there?
Yes, I am here.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Hello, everyone. My name is Israel Mwaliaje. I'm from Tanzania. I'm based in the southern part of Tanzania, not in Dar es Salaam as mentioned. I'm in the southern part of Tanzania, which is known as Mbeya. And of course, I'm doing business in we have a agricultural input distribution, but also we conducted farmers training to make sure that the inputs that we sell to them are used properly and also contribute to the change of production in terms of livestock, but also crop production. So in short, is what I'm doing. And thank you all members for participating in this session. I'm welcome all of you in Tanzania whenever you get time. You are warmly welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Israel. So for
Hello?
those in the audience, if you are looking to expand into Tanzania, you can reach out to Israel. Samuel, do you have any closing, points to share? I would really like to give a few seconds to our members across the globe so that they can just say hi, so we can actually connect and know where you are calling from.
Yeah, my closing remark is you can connect with me on LinkedIn. Samuel Barton or say I've seen some connections so far from some few people, and then we can talk. Mary, you can connect with me. I've seen your questions. We can discuss offline. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. I see Miss Dr. Kwame Klu. He's our chairman for the Accra Metro. Would you want to say some few words? And then we can go around the room, if people want to say hello so we can better appreciate you. Thank you.
No, I don't have much to say, just to say thank you to Samuel. That was a very, very enriching and very interesting session. I wish we can do more of this. Not wishing, but I promise we're going to do more of this type of useful meeting that somebody can just hold our hand and show us how to use the latest innovative tool. Thank you.
Coming. I see a hand up. Please go ahead. I think you are muted.
Hello, everybody. You hear me well?
Yes.
Okay. So thank you very much, Samuel. Hello, everybody from Morocco. I'm the ED of the Global Chamber in Morocco. And I'm very glad to join you today and benefit from this very, very useful session. So I just want to say that the AI we need it in Africa. Africa is really have a good potential to benefit from the AI and also the social media. And I propose to Samuel and like to make more session and more assistance for the global members in this area. Perhaps today we have like generalities, but in other session we can more be specialist in every sector, in every component. And thank you so much. Thank you for your time. And let's meet next session. Thank you also, Doug, for making us together. And let's share also our profiles to connect on LinkedIn. Thank you.
Thank you. Jacob, your hand is up.
Oh, I was just clapping. I was just clapping Munir's statement. So no, I'm good. Thank you, Ruby.
All right. The floor is open. Anyone want to say something? Where you are, joining us from and what you do?
Thank you, Ruby, for doing this, coordinating this. I'm Larry Parsons from California, and I met Ruby when she was in the States in January before she returned, and she's been very helpful to me. This was very helpful for me because I listened to a nugget in there where someone asked about how frequently you should post on LinkedIn, but then the other thing Samuel said is you should stay engaged on LinkedIn after you post because you give it increases your chance to respond and connect with more people. So when I'm posting now, which I try to do at least 3 times a week, I'm going to stay on and just see what the responses are and see if I can get more people engaged. But I appreciate that.
Thank you, Larry.
I'll jump in very quickly. Thank you, Robbie, I know that I missed you when you were in Michigan because you had to go to California, but that's normal. My name is Moses Koyabe. I was born and raised in Kenya. I've lived in Europe, and I'm now in the US in Michigan, essentially in aeronautical engineering, but passionate about technology, especially driving that back into Africa. So I'm a very good proponent for these kinds of events. Thank you. Great discussion. I'm really interested in seeing where we can take this technology once again in our rural areas. Don't forget that one of the biggest banking systems in the world actually is in Africa, the M-Pesa money pocket, concept. So we can take this and build it into something a bit more larger. And this audience here, I think, is just geared and ready for that. So I'm very passionate. And once again, thank you for setting this up. I look forward to connecting with most of you. I know that I've not been very consistent in attending these events, but I know where Ruby resides, so definitely you can reach me, and I look forward to hearing from more of you. Thank you very much.
Very refreshing. Thank you, Moses. Mary, you want to say something?
This, I'm happy that I'm here and that I got to experience this. This is something totally new to me, the Global Chamber. I do workshops for the American Chamber here in Warsaw, Poland, and I was thrilled to learn about the Global Chamber. So I'm happy on so many points here that I happened to stumble upon this. So it was fascinating. I've been a big proponent of AI in my business and my clients' businesses. And this just kind of sealed the deal for me and how important this is for business growth. Thank you for doing this. I would love to hear more about the Global Chamber and see if it's a good fit for me or for any of my clients. And bravo, it was wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you. We're happy to have you. Okay, we can give 2 more minutes. Anyone want to speak?
Yeah, Ruby, I would like to add that. Thank everybody, and once again, thank the presenter. But I want everybody to reflect on this. This world is changing. The global business is changing. Did anybody ever imagine, like maybe 10 years ago, that we'll see a day where it is the African chapter of Global Chamber that is talking about the use of technology to promote your business, and we're presenting to a global audience? But thanks to technology, this is possible. We can do it now. So we are living in a very exciting era now, where there is technology has democratized access to knowledge and information. So I just encourage all of us to remain engaged so that we can collaborate and within each and every Global Chamber sector or metro area, and we can learn from each other. And for me personally, I learned a lot today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Komi. That is really nice from you. On this note, I would like to personally thank Samuel for his time today. I have taken a lot of points away, and I'm glad to see all of you. Let's keep connected. We do meet every last Tuesday of the month. So our next one, we will be having a section on referrals. So if you're in business and you want to take advantage of the referrals that you get and how you can take advantage of those referrals and the actions that you need to take with business referrals, then be our guest. That will be when the last Tuesday of the month in March, that will be 26th of March. Please watch this space for more details. And we look forward to having another conversation with you very soon. Wishing you all business success. If you need help reach out to me. My doors are open anytime. If you are looking to come to Ghana or any part of Africa, just let us know. I will give you that support. Thank you all and have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.